Ladies and gentlemen, hello, it's Christopher Manassians, also known as TotallydubbedHD on YouTube. And today I'm producing the most important, biggest video that I've ever done in my lifetime or history of being on YouTube, and that stretches back to 2007. Now, 2020 was a very hard year for a lot of people, and myself included. I had to start from the ground up and not having a job, and it was pretty interesting to say the least. But it's been a very challenging but also a very rewarding year for myself in terms of growing as an individual and someone who's been able to do what they love. Now, in the late 2020 phase, it came to a complete shock and an absolute marvel that Google ended up overturning their decision of banning my AdSense account. For those who are not aware, Google AdSense is a way that YouTubers or people who are on YouTube, be it companies or individuals like myself, end up making money off YouTube. That comes from the ad revenue. So in other words, when you've got those adverts, be it in the video itself, before or after, all that stuff. For years, and when I say years, almost a decade, I didn't have access to that. It was banned and YouTube decided to overturn that decision. I didn't keep my hopes up, but in late December, I ended up getting my first payment. Whoopie-doo, that's great for me, right? But that's not really the point of this video. Truthfully, I made a promise to myself many years ago that if I'd ever get paid by Google AdSense, I would end up donating all that money to charity. And I'm a man of my word, and I keep my promise in this respect. And despite my channel being a lot larger than it was back many years ago, it means that I can now provide to charities, and it actually kind of makes me well up inside, because it makes me really proud to see what I can actually achieve for people who might be in need. What I'm going to be doing is that throughout the year I'm going to be choosing 12 separate charities. So over the course of 12 months I'll be essentially donating to charity, to 12 different charities, and all the money I make from AdSense will be directly going to charities. No penny that I make from YouTube will be going into my own pocket, and that's because I also believe that 2020 has been a very hard year for charities out there and for those people in need. I don't want to sound boastful or arrogant in any single way. I'm just a very fortunate person who have very loving parents and a very fantastic support of friends and family around me, and I'm extremely fortunate in that respect, and I'm forever thankful for those people around me. And unfortunately, people don't have that. Some people have either lost loved ones, other people have lost their jobs, they can't get on their feet. It's quite hard for me to say it, but yeah, there's a lot of things out there that that would affect people. Sorry, so what I'm trying to say over here is that a lot of people are often at a disadvantage, and charities obviously rely on donations, and unfortunately donations would have probably been down over 2020 because people would have had to be concentrating on their own livelihoods, or indeed paying their own bills, mortgages, whatever it might be, or supporting their own families. So as a result, I thought whatever better time to do it, as in for Google to re-enable my AdSense and for me to keep my promise to myself and to the world, that I could then be donating that money to charity. So the first charity that I've chosen is a small little charity located in Ireland. They're called Morning Carrickfergus. They're a charity that call elderly people to make sure they're okay, and they're also a support group for people who are aged 18 or over. As far as I'm aware, there'll be more information down below. You can make sure to check it out. But essentially a small charity run by volunteers out there, and they basically check up on people. And I think that's really lovely, and for people who are at a disadvantage and people who are alone, it's great having someone that can actually call them and say, how are you doing? Or even delivering a Christmas meal, and having a charity that also runs through the Easter break or Christmas break and stuff like that is actually really important for those type of people, where that's when you'll probably feel at your most vulnerable, because you're lonely while everyone else is celebrating with their friends and family and stuff, and you might be on your own, be it because of COVID or because of the fact that, you know, you just don't have those people around you. So my first donation is just under £1,400, and that is absolutely spectacular, because that is actually for the month of November, and my AdSense only started from the 13th of November till the 31st of November. So in that small period, we raised £1,400, just under £1,400, and I'm very pleased to say that I've been in contact with a charity already, and the donation proceeds are on their way to the charity at the time of making this video. And I'm just super proud that I could raise this money via my own YouTube channel, and obviously via you guys watching my videos, and for them to actually benefit from that. So that's pretty much it. There'll be a video every single month throughout the year which shows how much money we've raised for charity and the charity that it will be going to. I already have my thoughts on the next charity, but if you guys have suggestions for local charities, namely in the UK, make sure you do pop them down in the comments below. I'll be very much intrigued to see your charity suggestions that you give me, and of course if I feel like they would benefit from a donation, which it's not massive in the grand scheme of things, but for someone like myself, that would have been a huge portion of my income, and as a result I think that amount of money will actually make a massive difference to smaller charities. So if you've got smaller charities in mind, I think it'll be great to see your suggestions. So as always guys, hopefully you stay all healthy and you're safe, and you keep in contact with your family and friends and make sure they're okay as well. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe and all that stuff, and continue to help the channel grow. And of course I'm going to plug in my Instagram and Twitter. If you guys are on those social media platforms, do follow me on there, and do check out Totally EV. It's my own publication on all electric and hybrid vehicles. So there we go guys, I've been Totally Dubbed, or Chris, whoever you would like to call me, and take care. Bye bye.